Without further ado,
It is what it is.
back on the platform again, man.
That's right. That's right. We going up,
Ace Mirror man, what's going on, bro? How you feeling, man?
man. Wonderful.
That's
Life is great. Everything been upgrading. Everything been growing. I'm come here, see everything growing here. Just make you feel great.
for
Wherever
sure,
you
for sure.
wherever you step and you look back and there's plants growing.
And you know
That's
what?
good.
Just to kind of put this moment in perspective,
Uh-huh.
um, if you don't mind me talking about like how this came about, just
Yeah,
so
man.
that other people can
Yeah.
kind of know. A person that understand the vision, you know what I mean? You actually got this interview 100% free. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Based off of your love and support
Uh-huh.
that you've been showing the platform. We got a situation where we got the Instagram subscribers.
Uh-huh.
And I ain't gonna give all of the details, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, right here, but the people that's been subscribed, get an opportunity to consistently come back on the platform
Yeah.
and talk about the things that they got going on or whatever it is that you got
Uh-huh.
going on, bro. So I want to give you appreciation
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
thanks for staying down with the platform,
Oh yeah.
being subscribed,
Uh-huh.
X amount of, you know what I mean? Months,
Consistency.
yeah,
Consistency.
consistency, man. So
Consistency.
salute to you, my guy, man.
For
What's
sure. For
been
sure.
what's been going on with you, bro? What's been new for you?
Man, life is brand new at this point. Like so many things that happen as far as like music, new relationships that I've encountered that are like really helping me to grow and learn new things, and basically just like got a new perspective and how to move. Life's just been great, man. Trying to actually spread that because I feel like when life really get good, you can't really just hold that in. You gotta spread that around. You know what I mean? You can't just be like, oh, it's good for me, and I'm about to just,
No
you gotta,
doubt.
like you said, with like, because the idea was when you did the subscription thing for me, it was like, man, this is the road to consistency. If I do this, now I can promote. That's gonna give me more drive to be like, oh, I gotta go get more content. I gotta do this because I got this access. I got this window of opportunity because you don't know how long it's gonna be. Sometimes and a testament to you for being as committed to it so that we can continue to do this. You know what I mean? Because without you being consistent, I can't do nothing with it. You know what I mean?
100%.
So it's a back and forth. It's a reciprocal thing. Like I think that's what's really like. I want to nail down that. Like be consistent. Build those relationships. Really like build that rapport. Work with each other so that we can go up. Because at that point, that's all we're really trying to do.
No doubt. How has like the engagement or um just from the outside looking in, people seeing your relationship with the platform
Uh-huh.
and you consistently being posted on the platform, like has
Yeah.
that been doing anything for you?
It
In
had.
all honesty, like
Yes.
don't even
Yes.
sugarcoat it.
I've had, I want to say, if not exaggerating, I say about three. If I'm a low ball, about three people have come to me and been like, do you work for the forum?" I'm like, kinda, I guess, but no, not really. Like it's a partnership, and I think it's more about working with people. Like I want people when they come to my page and the platform, I don't want them to just see like, oh yeah, he doing his thing, but he's doing his thing with other people.
Yeah.
Like the shared posts, I don't think enough people are like taking advantage of that. Like let's collaborate on a post and let's both push the post. I'm pushing it in my DMs, making sure more people see it, you push it, and then we can get those people to say, oh look, they working together. I might want to work with them now. Cause you never know what a combined energy, a combined, stride at it we're gonna do. And so far it's been great. Like, and then trying to get other people to see it, but they gotta see it. Like, even though I may see it and be like, dang, you a star, man. Because you remember I was talking about gifting people these things and doing it, and that's just like, that's my heart. I'm
For
like, yo,
sure.
I see other successful people. I'm up this week, so let me
For
share the
sure.
love
For
and
sure.
get you a subscription. Let me get you a
As
subscription.
as in with the situation with what was the young lady name? What was her name?
Lyric Bell.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
Lyric Bill,
dope. She
dope
real dope.
artist too, man. Y'all go check her out.
Yeah.
Real dope artist. We locked in. I believe you got that subscription for.
Mm,
We took care of her during that time. You know what I mean? And I would like to say that she gave good reviews back. So I would
uh-huh.
like to say that that was a good you know, that was beneficial for her in some type of way. So
it's like a road, you know what I mean? We basically like every person is trying to, and that's like back to the authenticity thing. Like once you become like really authentic in your character, and you know how to play your role in this movie we doing, you can look at it and say, man, I'm literally making footsteps for people who actually watching me do it. So people can say like, oh man, I see how he did it. I want to follow in his footsteps. You know, everybody gonna do it in their own way, but it's always good to have like that blueprint. Like everybody can, if you want to be a ball player, there's a way to do that.
yeah,
But not saying that you can't go another route. You just gotta be confident and have faith in your route, in your walk. So with the faith and then with the teamwork, you know, like minds, anything is possible.
no doubt.
And at this, I tell a lot of people, like, if you don't feel that, about yourself, it's really because you're hanging around the wrong people. Like, you supposed to know, like, this what I'm doing is gonna take me there, and I'm gonna get around the right people who feel like what they doing gonna take them there, and we gonna go, and we gonna go.
Yeah, bro. Cause like you really do a good job at like connecting with people and kind of seeing what people can bring to your platform and what you can bring to theirs. I kind of watch you build these relationships with so many different people. Like shout out to what is it, Sound Off Sundays?
Oh yeah. Brass that Sound Off Sundays.
Yeah, man, shout out to them, man. That's another consistent platform for upcoming artists, people that just want to get their voice heard.
Yeah.
The brother allow people to do poetry, comedy,
everything.
Like it's just an open mic for anything that you want to do, man.
A couple times it's had some comedians in there, and the way that they feel when they get off the stage, because you know everybody is real communicative, and like I heard them like, man, I ain't never been in a room where, you know, it's mostly rappers and singers in here, but y'all really like show love. Y'all really was attentive and own me, and it was a good feeling. And so yeah, shout out to Sound Off Sundays. I feel like that's my headquarters. Like that's where I go to shake the hands, to give hugs, to look people in their eyes, and to do, you know, I'm not always performing, but when I do perform, that's where I'm like giving bits and pieces to the other artists that's in the crowd that's like, oh man, we ain't seen Ace perform in a minute. What he got new. And really it's like for me, it's like a preview. Like you're what is it called? Comic-Con. You know a Comic-Con, like the video game place where you go and you, as a journalist, a fan, you go and you see the games, they about to come out, and you could be like, man, I want to work with that team. Let me go talk to these guys. So it's kind of like a preview for other artists to see, like, this is what else is in your city. This is what else is around you that you can have access to. You can collab with them and be creative. They could probably give you, you know, a sound for a record that you don't have. You know, it's not a part of you. You know, we ain't trying to be Drake out here, but Drake had a good idea, just executed it the wrong way.
If I may, what's the process like for anybody that's watching and that would like to be a part of that? What's the process of, you know, being able to utilize that platform, if you know?
As far as like Sound Off Sundays?
Yeah.
Oh, tap in. Just, I would show up. They have, it's every other Sunday. They have where you can pay $20 and get a prepaid slot, like where you know you're performing, you know, if you live long distance, or when you get there at 8 o'clock, you could try to get that sign up, but that boy be gone.
You say that sign up be gone.
It's never been a time where I went in there and felt like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna sit in the car, you know, smoke.
You always like,
you got to get in line. You got to get in line. Like I've been a part, because shout out to Colston, shout out to everybody at the Colston Max show, Modesty with 2 Y's, Lyric Bell. But yeah, when we go, it's like we get there early. The last time we went, it rained. We was outside chilling, but it rained, and we was the only 3 out there. So it was like, you know what? We parked right out front. Let's just go sit in the car. But as soon as we start seeing the cars pull up, we like, oh man, we got to get back out there, because they think it's sweet. They think ain't nobody out here. But we in the car chilling. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to make a game out of it. You know, some people, I feel like, and it goes back to being around the right people. Like I've been around people where we get to the open mic and I ain't trying to stand in line, man. You know, they too good for it, or whatever they feel about standing in line. But then you get with other people where it's like, man, come on, let's bring this J. We about to go. We trying to get our slot. You know, it's a whole different energy. And I think being around the positive people, being around people who really like find a way. They don't just take no and think, oh, that's it, I can't do it. No, they like, all right, well, we can't do it that route. We're gonna find a way around it,
No
and
doubt.
we're gonna get it done. So anybody, and to me, that's what consistency shows. If you consistent, it shows that you don't take no for an answer. You ain't with the, oh, well, you got to do it this way, and no, you're gonna find a way to do it your way.
100%.
So
100%.
that's always respectable.
100%. Just to pivot a little bit, man. You got a very interesting perspective on a lot of things,
hmm
and it's been a lot of things going on. I'm literally looking at the TV up here, and I see the downfall of Diddy right there up top.
It's everything. Hey, I've seen it. And I'm real big on it. Like I like observing things, especially being in or being so close to the industry without being in that circle of the industry.
Yeah.
It's kind of like these people, these characters on this stage that we call the life. You know what I mean? It's like you never know what's gonna happen. Like we think that we being told all the truths. You think that like I watched a show that was talking about how Kim Kardashian, the downfall of them, and I'm just like, because they tied in with Diddy, and I'm just like, but then you see another report, and they doing just fine, still making millions,
Absolutely.
and it's like sometimes you just gotta like be entertained by it, because that's what it is. Like no matter what it is, whether it's the news, movies, music, it's all entertainment.
You saying because you don't
Because you
definitively
don't know.
what's what, so it's really all a guess game.
Let me tell you this, another way to look at it. Think about before there was TV, when there was just radio. When people had to gather in their living rooms with their mom, dad, sister, brother, gathered by the radio just to hear what the next thing was. That was the first magic. Like I could make a broadcast about what's happening in your city. And because we got radios in every house, I have access to your consciousness, to your collective consciousness. So we all know, like whatever you put your attention on grows. So if I tell a community of people that don't got no access to the outside world, I tell them, hey, there's a poisonous gas outside. Do not go outside, or it's over for you. Just the seed being planted in your mind is gonna make you second guess some things.
Yeah, it could change your reality.
So that's what we dealing with on a massive scale now, because now we got the phones, black screens. They call black mirrors magic back in the day, and now we seeing why, because the power that he holds. I can literally make a song and it can travel the world in 10 minutes. It can travel the world. That's magic. Like how?
And that's deep, man. I'm glad that you wording it in that specific way. You using the word magic. Oftentimes, when we hear the word magic, we kind of associate it to
mystical make believe.
Yeah, thing. Like this mystical make believe thing, as to where you're making it practical.
Yeah, magic. All magic is sleight of hand. Things happening that you don't see. You know what I mean? Like magic happening every day. If you plant a seed in the ground, you put a camera on there and just record it 24/7, you're gonna be able to witness magic happening.
Yeah.
But because you gotta leave and you gotta go to sleep and you gotta put your attention on other things, you don't get to see those little intricate details that's happening throughout time. You come back 24 hours later and you see a plant, you like, oh, you know what I mean? So it's the same thing. Like we don't see. Think about when you was a kid and you saw your favorite TV show. We don't see the audience. We don't see the guy behind. We don't see cut, commercial break. We don't see my man take Barney off his face.
Yeah,
we don't see none of that. But that's where when you get older, you start thinking, you start having a little bit more rational thought. You start thinking about things. Now we breaking down magic. Now we trying to figure out how did this magic happen.
Yeah.
But it's still things that we don't know. Like I still don't know how Wi-Fi works all the way. You know what I mean? It's still magic to me.
So I kind of want to interject and ask a question in terms of the thin line between like I don't want to use the word righteousness to bring it like on a religious tip, but like just righteousness and wickedness in terms of utilizing your platform. and knowing that you have the ability to change reality through words, through music, through video, through interviews, through
Yeah.
how important is it to you? Because you made the statement earlier about saying some things we just got to be entertained by.
Yeah.
Is that like I guess I'm trying to ask, is that slippery slope? What's your idea on responsibility when you know that you can do magic?
It is. It's an intent, because you got to know that everything that you gain, especially when you're conscious of it and you know, like, I know that I have this power. I can do this. I can say this. I can say it in this way. I can make this person see it this way because I have the words to do it, to paint a picture. But you got to know that when you do that, you're playing with other people's worlds. You know what I mean? So you might feed somebody this vision, but in their minds, they may one day figure out that you was awesome BS. Now, in their conscious mind and their subconscious, you ever had an idea about somebody that hurt you, knowing that ain't how you really feel, but man, that's magic. The fact that you even had the idea, your spirit could take that idea further by acting something on it. Like, you know how people have an idea like, oh, I thought about committing murder, man. All I had to do was go buy the gun, but guess what? I didn't. It was literally that choice of not manifesting the actual thing in your life. He had the money to do it. He had the whatever. He might not have needed the money. He might have just needed to call, man, I need a burner. I need something I can just. And that's what I mean by manifesting. Sometimes I like to tell people, especially the younger guys, like I tell you, like, man, give yourself 24 hours. Like, when something happen, breathe, know that it ain't the end of the world. Life ain't over. You still alive in this moment. Give yourself time to breathe, because thoughts aren't ours. Like, just because I have a thought don't mean that that's me. That's who I am, or that thought came from me. Really, it's just the vibration that I'm on. Like, if I get mad and I get in my emotions, I may start having low vibrational thoughts. If I grab onto one of them low vibrational thoughts, now it's me.
Yeah.
Because I acted. I did it.
Yeah.
What I thought about, that don't matter. You know how people go, your intent don't matter. It's what you did.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't think about your actions. So it's a lot that goes into that. And you got to practice. And that's why nobody's perfect, because you have to practice. In order to know, that means you had to have did some shit that wasn't right. Somehow, some way, the universe checked you, and now you can move better. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
that, when I think about righteousness, I think about, like, I can't call myself righteous because I know that I've done things that showed me that ain't who you are. That ain't what you need to be doing. So it's about going in the background. That's the magic. Going in the background and saying to myself, like, I don't want to do that no more. I got to change. I got to change my thought process, because obviously there was something that I picked up or learned from my parents, some schoolmates, whatever, that made that even okay to even think about.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, because think about it, as men, even with being black men, having DNA from our ancestors, we got some, when we hear them sirens, you know what I mean? Like,
us, huh?
I ain't never seen a black person in the car hear that whoop whoop and
not get to looking
don't
around,
get like a, I don't care how innocent you are, I don't care how legal you is, you gotta, there's just a energy that flows through your body of up. It could be your day. You need to get right. Remember who you are and where you at. So it's just that process of learning and being able to unlearn. Like, that's another thing I think a lot of us need to do. We need to be able to sit back and say, I don't like that. I don't want to be that. I ain't gotta be that. You know, I get it. I got a temper, but I need to figure out how to channel that into some project or something so I can manifest something better, because I don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Just to kind of talk about a little bit, because you said a lot, and I just want to kind of like unpack one specific thing that you said, just in terms of the racial, just the that inherent fear that we have that stem back to slavery, or just stem back to just being a black man or woman raised in America. With the elections going on, or fastly
approaching.
One, how do you feel about the idea that Donald Trump is the obvious favorable candidate at this point?
Again, it goes back to the choosing what to be entertained by versus what's really real. Like, I'm not a perfect man. I've said some things that weren't necessarily true, but I felt those things. You know what I mean? So when I see Donald Trump, when I hear Donald Trump and how he talks and the way he is, I know he's being performative. I know he is. He's doing what works, what gets people. Because being strolling the middle line doesn't get people riled up. It's always the extremes. So you gotta, if you want to go viral, you want to get people riled up in their emotions, you gotta make them feel something.
You know what? I'm so glad you saying that, bro, because that's where I don't want to say where I struggle, because I'm okay with being balanced. However, I get outside noise.
Yeah.
Where it's like, bro, you gotta post more of this. Bro, we need to, you know what I mean? This need to happen.
Yeah.
And it kind of put me in that valley of decision, like, do I want to go viral? Because I feel like I've just been keeping it real, like you know, like what you like, you know what you get, and you gonna get some positive, and you might get a little, like we barely even post women naked, like, or you know, not naked, but like twerking and stuff like that. But then a part of it is like, is that what the audience want? So
I feel like it's a for that, it would be a fine line. It's like me, for instance, I made that song called Eatin'. Not my style of song, but the way it came about is a funny story. So I wanted some chicken, you know, took a walk to the Church's Chicken, standing in line. Producer sends me a beat pack. Check these out. I think you'll like them. I'm in line at the chicken store. Let me hear these. I hear the beat. I'm like, okay, this is dope. I start like going through rhymes in my head. I love chicken. I was literally on some joking stuff. I love chicken. I stay in the seasoning. You know what I mean? And then as I'm writing the bars and stuff, I'm like, this is pretty dope. This is funny. That could be a catchy song. But then again, once the day comes to record the song, I get an idea. Like, and Trill was there. Shout out to Trill World. I was like, yo, what you think about if I say pussy instead of chicken? And she was like, oh man, that's gonna change the whole dynamic. It ain't even a funny song no more. It's hard. It's dope. Like, and then I was like, how about you jump on it? Became even better. And then now that's that song. So when I always hear people when they be like, man, this song you made, like, this is not your type. What made you do this? It's like, man, life, man. So life you saying happens.
Sometimes you gotta embrace the all in all of like the totality of who you are as a being, because understanding that you are gonna have moments where you don't feel like, you know, being far right. You might want to be far left with that. You know what I mean?
Because that's the dynamic. I think a lot of people are afraid to be intricate. You know what I mean? A lot of people want to, because they might have like a, you know, one of the big things I always hear when it comes to Donald Trump is how he was like proud of overturning Roe Wade, the abortion thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I understand. I get that. But then, like, I know a lot of people don't even want to put themselves in another person's place. They just refuse to put themselves in this white man's place. And I get it. Dope. But I'm a person that can.
Yeah.
So when I look from that perspective, I say, how old is this dude? Where he come from? What is his background? What are they trying to, what's their agenda? And then there may be things about that agenda that you don't like, but the one thing that you, number one, don't like is that. Yeah. That might keep you away from him, period. But I guess because I'm a guy, and then I know women who really don't care about that, and I might be in more of a proximity to women who like, when I'm ready to have a baby, I'm gonna have one, and they not looking. They've never had an abortion, so they don't even look that. You know, they're a little bit more. I hate to say it, but they not making mistakes. You know what I mean? They got a life where pregnancy just don't happen. You know what I mean? And I'm of that belief, even though I'm still a guy that was ignorant. You know, I was a young 17-year-old, 16-year-old, had sex without a condom, knew I should have, but didn't. She know we should have, but she ain't say nothing. When it happened, it did, even though we can say like, it just happened, but it didn't. Yeah. We was ignorant kids and we did that. And now our system is in place for our ignorance.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But could we just not be ignorant?
Absolutely.
Could we just care about ourselves more so that we don't have to fight. And I get it. Some people don't have that, but and that's that line. I'm a person that's not afraid to talk about both of them.
Most definitely.
I don't necessarily feel like I need to choose one, but I think every person should really do that internal work and be like, man, I gotta really ask myself these tough questions. I gotta have more of these conversations with other people,
No doubt.
so that I can really understand. Do I feel that way for real? Can I bring myself to even utter these words to these people? Because I think a lot of people just afraid, bro.
No, I agree.
People are in fear of being cast out of what they think is their community. That's it.
Damn, that's heavy, and it's so, man. That's an ongoing thing with, because one thing about America in terms of what it's producing is an area for everybody to participate in. You get what I'm saying? It's like it's so open to where like so many different segments, so many different places for you to belong, and everybody is, you know, fighting to, you know, stay in whatever,
to be not marginalized.
yeah, type shit, and it's crazy. I kind of want to pivot, man, to man, I watched something and it was a statement. It was asked, what turns Ace Mirror Man on in terms of relationships.
Oh yeah, and that was on Controversy.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Controversy.
Yeah, I actually just followed them today. Actually,
oh
man,
you got to get on the show, man. You got to get on the show.
I love to be on the show. I wouldn't mind being on the show, man. Great platform, man. I really want to. I would love to work with them guys over there or whatever, figure out something, man. But I like what they doing.
We gonna make it happen, man. We gonna tap in. We gonna make it happen. We gonna get you in there.
For sure. You said what turns you on is a woman that is like highly submissive and do what a man tells her to do. Now you know that's controversy. Yeah, bro. Like that's you can't tell. Yeah, especially black women.
Yeah,
to be submissive. That's a trigger word.
Yep,
and do what I say.
Yep. All right, I get where you're coming from. All right, so this is my thing. Remember when I said like in order to spark controversy, you can't just ride the middle. You got to pick a side. And whatever side you pick, you got to be okay with the pitchforks coming out on the other side.
Yeah.
Whether I pick this way, there's going to be women that say, "Oh, he feminine. He like those hard women." Or, "No, oh, he a hard man. He be beating on women, so he like his woman extra feminine." So you got to kind of just be okay with laughing at yourself. You know what I mean? But when I say that, which is a true statement, but I don't necessarily think I've ever told a woman that I need her to be submissive. Like, there's never been a circumstance where I've been with a woman and I've needed to tell her like, "Hey man, you need to calm down. You need to be more submissive." I think it's a part of our energy. Like as a man, when you doing when you really in your power and you really out here making things happen, providing opportunities for yourself and other people, creative, getting out, just being yourself in your power. I think women automatically are submissive to that. Like, cause you obviously know what you doing in your world. And I think as a man, you don't put yourself in situations where you're kind of like giving your power over to somebody. So even telling a woman like, "Look, I need you to be more submissive," is kind of like hinting at her that you can't handle where she's at right now.
Yeah.
When really what you should have did was left. You know what I mean? Like you should have been a man and stand in your example as a man. Like if that's not the type of women you tolerate, you don't talk about it. You show them by not being there. So like when I say like, oh, what turns me on is a submissive woman, she gonna be that way. If she around me and she like me, because I don't even look towards women who ain't fucking with me, who really don't like me. Like, and that's a whole other conversation. But you got to know that a certain woman like you. Like, you ever had a woman like see something on your face or like in your nose and like take it off your nose for you? That chick like you. Yeah, she really fuck with you. Because she wouldn't do that to a dude she ain't gonna like. You know what I mean? She wouldn't do that to the dude that she know like her that she don't like. Because she don't even want to give him no extra ideas.
Not just to go with that point. Do you believe that the lack of submission is directly affecting the love life of women 30 and up, like as they get towards their 40s and stuff like that? Like, because it's a lot of single black women with children at the age of 40 that in their mind still believes that they have an opportunity to find love this late in the game, and they are willing to stick it out for as long as they can until that person come. What would be the message that you have to that woman?
This is what I would tell my daughter. My
I like the way you said that too.
is because you know, when I think of women, I don't this is gonna be controversial, but I don't give a fuck about women. Like, especially if I don't know you. If I don't know you, you're not my mama, you're not my sister, you just a stranger out there, you just like a nigga to me. You know, you gotta get it. Go out there and get it. But if you a woman that I love and I care for, and I think that if I said something to you that you would take it and run with it, it would literally be go after what you want. If just like these women are hustling, getting their jobs and education, that shit don't come to you. You know what I mean? You can't just sit quietly like I'm gonna be this great person in my career and the money and the whatever I want in life. It's just gonna come. No, you got to put the work in. And I think that a lot of women, because I don't have this problem, so it can't be all women, but a lot of women think that it's the old days deal, and it's like how did women change for what women say is the better, right? How did they change for the better? Start raising sons from that new perspective and don't think that the son's gonna be different than the sons of the past who was raised by mom and dad. So now you've took it upon yourself, or you know, we can blame the guy. Let's say we blame the guy. The guy just left you. You was perfect, man. You were perfect. And my man just said, you know what? No, I don't want this. In my mind, I say to myself, well, now you have to become more masculine in your energy. You know, you're going to have to hit your son when he not doing right. And that's going to make your son look at you a certain way. Now, when dad do it, that's just, you know, dad, you know, don't talk to your mama like that. Bam. Mama, to me personally, I don't think mom is ever supposed to go so deep in her masculine energy where she's got to be daddy. I think that takes something very vital away from the mother and son relationship once the mom starts beating on the son. And I think that breeds a lot of contempt and just anger. Not, you know, because now you got other women talking to you a certain type of way. You can't do nothing about it. You know, even if you think it's just a bad deal. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, when I think about women, like really, it's a twofold answer. Like, men need to just start focusing on themselves. Like, stop. Who cares what women think, bro? Like, it don't matter what they think. If you the type of man that you proud of, you're gonna have a lineup of women, and you're not gonna give a fuck what them other women think. So you need to plant yourself in that energy, and it's a boss energy, it's a God consciousness energy, it's an energy of I'm focused on me, I love myself. I'm showing all these women how to truly love me by loving myself. I take myself out to eat. I go to the bar by myself because I'm gonna have a great time by myself. I got daughters I could take out to eat. I don't need to take a random woman out to eat.
You making a lot of good points, man, because I'm witnessing a shift. Whereas it was a point of time where men kind of like valued what the woman wanted or needed so much that he damn near began to bend his nature to accommodate the woman. You know what I mean? And which some people would say he a sucker or he done turned it to a sin. That don't mean that you shouldn't show love or that you shouldn't, you know, honor, care, respect, and you know, the thoughts, ideas, or anything from your woman. You definitely supposed to do that. In fact, a real man does that.
A real man is inspired by that woman to do those things for her. Like, we forget that. Like, my son will come to me like, Dad, I just met this baddie. And my son ain't 18, so I'm cheering for him, like, go son, go. But then I always gotta stop him too, like, yo, why you like her so much? Like, okay, yeah, let me see a picture of her. Let me see it, because I wanna. My goal is to let him know that there's always badder. Always. You ain't never seen the baddest. You can see a baddest, but I'm telling you, if you look hard enough, there's gonna be another one. And they're always aging out and aging in. You know? So when I tell my son, like, look, bro, I get it. She bad. She the baddest one you seen so far. You all over her. But why do you like her though? Like, I get it. She attractive. That's why you attracted to her. But what is it you like about her? Like, what has she done? Like, tell me something about her that's dope. Like, have you shared? Did she share a book with you? Did she tell you? Like, what did she do? And I want them to think about it because you don't want her to crash out because you attracted to her. I know. So I mean, you know how many, man. You know how many demons, like men and women, I know that look good. They put the facade on. They bad, but you could look in their eyes and that's a psychopath, bro. She don't have no feelings. Like she is numb. She is done. She out of there. Like, and I'm not saying demon like she possessed by a
Yeah,
demon,
yeah,
but
yeah.
she
But the
got
energy you
things
saying
inside of
is
her.
right, right, right.
There's a lot of unknowns, and people of light, people who are like happy and are free. They ain't trying to hold. They be like, man, let me
Open
give you the
book,
game. Let me give you
open
the game. We
book.
happy. We out here. We living. We eating. We sharing. We not closed up. We not scheming. We not trying to be nefarious with your life. You know what I mean? So I done seen a lot of people plot. You know, you can hear it. I don't think we listen enough either as men. I think we see a baddie.
We gone.
It don't matter what she say. It don't matter. She bad, man. Look at that ass. Look at her. Look what she got on. Like, bro, she just said. Did you hear what she just said though?
Right, right.
Like in my head, I've simplified it to angels and demons. Are you an angel or are you a demon? Ain't no in betweens.
That's an
So when I
interesting
meet
point.
you, if I'm feeling great, exchanging, we sharing, reciprocating, we good. But if I meet you and I'm feeling like I can't really talk to you because it's something about you that I'm unaware of. My spirit.
You saying I'm gonna trust that
Yeah, I'm gonna trust that.
for
And I
sure.
think that not a lot of us, like you said, we're so about the woman. Like, you get a woman, you gotta keep her, bro. Like, no, bro, you don't have to keep her. It's not your job to keep her. Your job is to actually keep yourself you. That's your real job. Is to I think every human being's purpose in life is to get back to their childhood. Like free as when they was a child. Like, that's why everybody want the money, so you can buy all the toys, the grown-up toys. Now you can give your kids the life that you never had, when really that's not what we're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to give your kids a whole bunch of material stuff. You're supposed to give them some knowledge so that when they get of age, when they start wanting to manifest things on their own, they can go do that.
I just heard somebody say that. They said that instead of having that mindset of I want to give my kids what I never have, we need to change that to I want to inform or enlighten my
Yep.
kids on the things that I wasn't enlightened about.
Yes.
So if we can
Yes.
change that narrative, then that future generation be in a way better
Yeah.
position and condition.
Like, I even thought to myself, my mom, like, I remember back in the day playing video games, like on them games hard. And my mom, like, you ain't gonna make no money playing them video games. 20 years later, people making
Millions.
millions of
Yeah,
dollars.
yeah.
And it makes me think, like, even though I was able to, veer into another career that I'm happy about, it make me look at my kids like, let them, because what they're doing, what they're happy doing, the universe is gonna provide for them a way to survive. We all, like, think about it. You got somebody out there going to work every day. They hate their job. They get up and they do it every day. What is stopping that person from saying, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm ready for a whole new life. Fear of being on the street, fear of the worst stuff happening. Why? Because it happened to so and so. It happened to that person.
So
Look,
you
there's a
saying,
bum right there on the
yeah,
street.
so you saying a person nature gonna keep them,
Yes.
it's gonna make them provide for themselves unless something traumatic
Someday.
happen, like being strung out,
Yeah,
or
of course, there's the things that we
but
could do that can
overall,
hinder that, But if you got your mind about you and you got all your parts and you can move, one day the world, you're gonna get tired of your situation. And some people, because I would love to say that we all got the equal opportunity, but there are times in life where you might make a decision and that decision sets you up for the next 18 years of experiences. You know what I mean? Like, and we don't think about that when we really out here just living. We be living, something happens. It's kind of like the whole pregnancy thing. Like, bro, like, you meet a baddie. And the thing is, today, it's so many reasons why you shouldn't just be having sex with people like day one. Like, Come on, man. We don't know if that was even a woman or a man for real. Like you want to know these things. Like there's that. There's the diseases. There's just bad energy. I had to tell one of my guys he was going through it, and I was like, bro, I was like, you had sex with that girl unprotected, didn't you? He was like, man, yeah, a couple times. I was like, bro, that chick hates you, bro. I was like, she hates you. I was like, I know you. I'm like, I know you probably didn't, shot all up in her and you probably treated her bad. And now you don't understand that your DNA is inside of this woman and it stays there for a little while. So if she having hate thoughts about you, bro, you wonder why your life not going right. Cause you didn't give your sacred energy, you didn't put your sacred energy into this vessel and
That
then mistreated it.
that's something that you saying that too, man, because that level of sacredity for women has always been present, so much so that they can monetize
Yep.
easier than men can, and more willingly
It
than men can, using
it's only
with
that I'm telling you, it's only that way because of us. It's only that way. Think about if we had the next 10 years of generation of men like really teaching boys, whether it's your son or not, but really like speaking to them like, bro, don't that ain't how that ain't cool. That ain't even manly. Like, don't you trying to just give a random girl your sacred energy? Like, bro, do you even know what benefits your sacred energy has when you give it to somebody like that? Like, have you done the research on it at all? Have you sat with yourself long enough and held your seed long enough inside you to really understand, like, damn, this is my energy. I can actually have things attracted to me by just holding on to my seed and not giving it away, because that's where women really win. They can go out and be sexy, right? In the club, winning, having a good time. See a football player, basketball player, even a dude who ain't got no money, but he attractive, got good energy. He ain't used to getting women, but she see him. She see the energy. Oh man, why do you think they want it so bad? It's something that they get from us. That the semen, what's in it? When it goes into their body, it has the same effect. It's like scientists did an experiment. One scientist spit, he put his saliva in a dish, went out of town, went to on vacation, and one scientist stayed behind to monitor the saliva. And man, he said so many transformations happened in the saliva because the saliva was still alive. And because you out there drinking, having a good time, he's able to literally see all the transformations that happen in your saliva because it's still attached, still a part of you.
wow.
So just think about if you release your sacred energy into somebody who isn't even a real person, whose whole point of existence is to take your energy and deplete you and take your energy. Now you calling them because you feel something. You want to be attached. They ignore you, making you feel low.
And when you say, hold on, but when you say they whole objective is to, like, are you saying that they going into it like, yeah, like how
Nope.
do that? Yeah,
Some people, some vessels, I'm gonna call it vessels. Some vessels are, for instance, the Matrix. Remember the lady in the red dress?
yeah.
When he was walking down the street and he was like, damn, lady, he's my man, look again. Just like that. I've been in bars with people having conversations, real conversations about COVID. And as soon as I mention COVID, we might have been talking about music, having a good time. But as soon as I mention COVID, their ideas and their beliefs and all that stuff that they have start kicking in. Now they like, oh, you better wear your mask, bro. You got to do this, bro. Oh, you can't do that. Now they trying to dictate how I move. And it's like, oh shit, this person just transformed into a Mr. Smith right in front of my eyes.
Mm.
And it's really about those perspectives. It's like when back in the day when being gay wasn't a good thing. Everybody, they was getting killed and stuff. It was like you being gay and then trying to like have a conversation with somebody and then having some overseeing monitoring spirit hear you in the background, and now he started making claims, calling you the faggot and this, trying to amp you up so that you can basically take yourself out the game. Like that's what the devil do. The devil will see you like, oh, you vulnerable. You out here just being you, living. I'm gonna give you what you want, but you gotta have that discernment to be like, oh nah, you trying to why you want to do that? Why you trying to get me so fast? Like what's
And you know
going
what?
on?
The
Like
skit, the unfortunate thing about that is the men that starts to think the way that you're speaking of right
mm-hmm.
now is the men that women are going to say is weak and FAGO,
But that's,
T
to
and
me,
all of
that's the
those
thing
different things. Yeah.
that to me, that's what men, that's the definition of men. Who gives a fuck? That forever has always been the strength of men, is to hear people talking shit, but
And
being
not
a
care.
man, what the fuck? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gay. Okay. What does that do to me? Nothing. Unless I am, and
Damn,
I'm
that's so
hiding it.
deep that you saying that, bro. That the reason why I saying that, bro. The reason why I just said that's deep is because everything that you tell men now pricks his emotion. Everything. I'm talking about, you can't say nothing or do nothing and the emotions just flare out. Everybody ready to crash out. Everybody ready to offer words, and you know what I mean?
It started with the Jordans. Somebody step on your J's, got shot. Like, where'd that come from? It comes from not being emotionally intelligent. Like, in order to be emotionally intelligent, you have to be raised with two people, and not in the same household, but two people have to be in your life that love you, that can say, hey, I heard what your mom said, she right, but your mom, she just love you, this, that, and the other. Don't take it
It's that
personal.
balance.
It's a balance.
So you can know
if you
both
trapped in a
sides of the
house with a
spectrum.
woman, as a young son with a woman who ain't emotionally balanced, you're gonna most likely not be emotionally balanced. You're gonna go out into the world, you're gonna say the wrong thing, you're gonna snap, you're gonna cry, and all these things
or it might be the complete opposite. You might be docile, scary,
exactly,
timid, letting everybody walk over you and all type of stuff because you used to your own mother
being
giving you that, being
over
dominant over you. You know
so,
what I mean?
and that's when, and it's funny because now we're in a place right now, like, we can't go back. We're in a place right now where it's gonna take more men not giving a fuck. Like, when a woman says, like, oh, you gay, you go and get you a man then and just be alone forever. That type of stuff, that is what women do. That's that cattiness. Like, as a man, you're not supposed to be catty. Like, okay, I guess I'm gay then.
But that don't make you wanna, like women say that to you. That don't make you wanna.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Like,
we ain't gonna say it because we got all this Diddy stuff going on, but that don't make you want to just.
It did at one time, but now, because I speak in the way that I speak, now it's like, man, I got two women, man. Okay, if you think I'm gay, cool. I guess. I probably done did, in my younger days, I've been out here. I didn't did some, threesomes. Like, I didn't probably did some shit that a nigga probably would say, oh, you gay, but bro, I got women that love me, man. Yeah. I love women. I'm out here having a good time doing my music, bro. What I look like crashing out because you say I'm gay.
I want to bring this before we wrap up or whatever, and then I do want to get into some of the new music or whatever that you got going on. Somebody mentioned something to me about the power of men and women, or the weapon of men and women. You just mentioned that level of cattiness that women naturally have, right? And their ability to utilize their weapon. Force and strength, physicality is our weapon.
It's not. It is, yes, but it's not our only weapon. What's the opposite of attack?
Retreat.
Walk away. And it sounds so. No, think about it. This is what I always see. I see a lot of guys that had girlfriends, right? And their girlfriends might be a little disrespectful, this, that, and the other. In my mind, I remember when I dealt with that shit. What changed? I walked the fuck away. I walked away with the knowledge that I'm gonna get better.
I see what you're saying. Like, even when you feed into it, let's say you do smack her down to the ground and she just say, you know what I mean?
That's the end of your world right there.
Yeah.
Or at least one version of your world, you done.
But you don't think that presence of men kind of being dominating, like, or I think what you're saying is we need to be more dominating with our thoughts and our actions and
Show her,
on
bro.
business, like
It needs
all
to
the
be. It needs to be a. We need to like do a city thing for me and tell me and like, bro, if are you happy? With are you are you the man you want to be today? Yes or no? If the answer is no, are you happy with the woman that you are with? Yes or no? First off, you need to get rid of the woman. Let her go. Because if you're not your best self, you're not even being the best version of yourself for her. Let her go. Go find out who you are, become your best version, and man, you're gonna have options. They're gonna come to you. And that's when you use your discernment. You say, okay, what do I really want? Do I
yeah.
want a wife? Do I want one woman? Do I want multiple women? How do I need to how do I utilize my life right now? What's present in my life and make it
And
beautiful?
that's real because there's more situations out here for men than it is women. Men literally can have any type of option. Like you can get a wife,
Mm-hmm.
you can have 2, 3, 4. Like they're out here for you with
Yep.
that. You know, most women kind of box themselves in this one. You get
It's
what I'm
that way.
saying?
You know
The
what? It's
options ain't.
I think I'm gonna be controversial again. I think women talk too much, and I'm not saying like, oh, I need you to be quiet. I mean, I think women have gotten this power. It's a new power that they got. This masculine energy. For years, they wasn't able to even utilize that. So now they got it, and they using it. But what's happening is they're not used to the backlash of it. We are. We know. As a man, you go out there and you run your mouth and it's gonna be jealousy. It's gonna be people that want to challenge you. It's gonna be all these
It's gonna
things
be
that's gonna
people
come
that
to
want to
you.
kill you.
Exactly. And now they have to deal with that. And what comes with that is, oh shit, damn, I didn't know women move like that. Oh, now I know, cause they talking too much. They being loud. They being boisterous. They want to let the whole world know that this is who I am and I can be this. Oh, thank you for telling me. Let me switch it up. I'm not chasing you no more.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that woman right there in that dress, she beautiful. But I'm gonna treat her like a flower. I'm gonna keep her ass right there in the dirt where she belongs. Cause God is taking care of her right now. I don't need to take care of her. And if she did want me, real women that know what they want and go after what they want, no matter what it is, they gonna go get what they want. If they want you, they gonna let you know they want you. In subtle ways, she might not come to you and be like, I want you. Let's go. She might compliment your watch.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because this is the thing about women. They don't talk to you if they don't like you.
Mm.
I've been next to women that I found attractive, and I'll be like, damn, she gorgeous. But in reality, I ain't got nothing to talk to her about. Like nothing. Not a thing. Um, I'm on a mission. I ain't got no time to be taking you on dates to get to know you and like I really don't care for small talk. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna let you sit there. Now, if you see some interest in me and you decide to say something and we spark a
Yeah, you
conversation,
coming into my world now at that point.
and that's what I think a lot of men see. A lot of guys are like so quick to jump into a chick world. And what do you want to do? I'm down for whatever you want to do. I'm go with the flow, bro. She don't want go with the flow. She wants you to have a direction in your life, and she wants you to basically call her when you going somewhere and see if she wants to go.
Mm.
And you not supposed to be like emotional about her not being able to go. It's kind of like I even told my sister this. I was like, this is what you do when you like a guy and you see yourself like really wanting to spend time, get to know him. Invite him somewhere that you already going. So whether he go or not, you still going and you still gonna have a good time. If there's a coffee shop that you love going to and you think about him, invite him to the coffee shop. That's it, all it takes. And let him do the rest. He there now. Let him do the rest.
For
He
sure.
might buy you a coffee. He might get an idea because it's about putting things into place and watching it unfold, watching the process unfold. Don't be too like it needs to happen this way, this way, this way, this way. I just need to be in the same room with her.
Mm. That's a
Once I'm
good
in the
point.
same room with her, we'll see what'll go down. Because I
That's
got an
dope.
energy about me. She got an energy about her. And if it's right, it'll be right.
Good thought, man. Good thought. Good thought, man. Well, before we do close out, man, I want you to talk a little bit about what you got going on, what the people should be expecting, any new music, all of that.
Man, so much new music, so much new music. But I need y'all to go check out One Thing featuring James Azure and Trill World. It's going up. Everybody's checking it out right now. I just went to Auntie's house not too long ago. Did the Auntie's house performance for my new record, TNT. That's on streaming platforms. Go check that out. You can always find me here on the Foreign Magazine. Sound Off Sundays. I'm also on the Costa Max show every Friday from 4 to 6 on 88.1. What else? What else? Oh, and I'm gonna be starting a podcast. I'm gonna be joining the Preem podcast, and gonna be touching bases on all these type of subjects. So if you want more of that real, you want more controversy, oh yeah, and tune into controversy because I'm gonna be there too. But yeah, we tapped in all boards, man. We growing, we growing, and we on the way up, man.
That's what it is, man. Ace Mirror, man, bro. I appreciate you for stopping by the platform again.
Always,
Until
man.
next time, bro. You
Until
already know
next
you're
time.
gonna be on here, man.
For
So
sure, for sure.
that's what it is, man. Foreign Magazine, Post of the Culture. Let's get it.
You got it.